House Democrats have returned to the state after a 2-week-long political standoff. We'll show you what happens now. Plus,
we are together in this plight. We want the hostages back home.
Hundreds of thousands are demanding an Israeli hostage deal. How the Israeli Prime Minister is responding, and
a possible tax increase for neighbors as budget season for the city of Rockport is here. I'm Adam Beam with what's been proposed so far.
Alrighty, Adam, thank you. Your Chris 6 News at 5 starts right now. Well, good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. The 15-day standoff of the Texas State House is over. The chamber was able to reach a quorum today after many Democrats returned to Austin. They left to prevent a vote on a redistricting map being pushed by Republicans. The effort would likely create 5 more GOP-leaning seats ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. During the Democrats' absence, the Texas House was unable to reach quorum, effectively halting the effort. Now, California has proposed a measure to trigger new maps to pick up 5 more Democratic seats. Governor Greg Abbott has also called a second special session with the intent of passing the revised map. And the special session number 2 began this afternoon with Governor Abbott identifying 19 items on the agenda. Some of those include flood warning systems, natural disaster preparation and recovery, eliminate STAR tests, cut property taxes, and protect children from THC. Many of the items on the agenda are in response to the catastrophic July 4th flooding across Kerrville and the Texas Hill Country. Well, we turn now to D.C., where some National Guard troops will now be armed. That's according to U.S. officials. The arming of the troops marks a change since Guard members were first deployed to Washington earlier this week, tasked with addressing crime and homelessness in the capital. The number of National Guard troops is also set to increase in the coming days after Republican governor in 3 states, West Virginia, Ohio, and South Carolina, now say they will send in hundreds of troops to support the operation. This all comes as President Trump aims to fight crime in the nation's capital, which is at its lowest level in decades. And it was a busy weekend in Israel as millions took part in demonstrations across the country. They're demanding their leaders end the war with Hamas instead of moving to take over Gaza City as planned. As Amy Kiley reports, they want a ceasefire deal that secures the releasing of the remaining hostages.
Organizers say more than 1 million Israeli protesters are demanding a ceasefire deal with Hamas. They want to bring home the remaining 50 hostages. Planners say a series of events yesterday included rallies in several cities, a nationwide strike, and this massive protest in Tel Aviv's Hostage Square. Actress Gal Gadot also is showing her support.
I think pressure on the government is critically important.
20 Israeli hostages are believed to be alive as the Israeli government plans a takeover of Gaza City.
This Israeli government clearly has more focus on avenging the dead than it does on redeeming the living. Not that's not important to fundamentally erode and eviscerate Hamas's military capacity.
The protesters say continuing the war is futile. They say Hamas is too devastated to pose a future threat. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he disagrees. He argues the demonstrations will harden Hamas's stance.
They also ensure that the horrors of October 7th will be repeated and that we will be forced to fight an endless war.
Critics argue the government is using the war to help it remain in power. The Israeli president echoes Netanyahu's claim while striking a more empathetic tone.
And I want to say to our brothers and sisters all over the world, we are together in this plight. We want the hostages back home.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, Hurricane Erin is still trekking along in the Atlantic Ocean. Erin's outer bands hit Puerto Rico with heavy rain, causing flooding. It rapidly intensified between Friday and Saturday, making history as one of the fastest strengthening Atlantic storms on record. And Erin became a rare Category 5 storm for a bit on Saturday before weakening. And for more on Hurricane Erin and what's going on in the tropics, we're going to send it along to meteorologist Stephanie Lauber, who is standing by in the Weather Center, and she has all that information that we need to know.
Yeah, it seems like every hurricane season we're talking about some impressive storm that is challenging record books. Aaron, another one of those. It was a very healthy Category 5 storm with 160-mile-per-hour winds. And thank goodness this thing is not on track to directly impact land. But as you see on this infrared satellite image, ooh, this is a beastie of a storm. This is just the past 24 hours. So where's it going at this point? Well, it's a Category 4 storm, maximum sustained winds around 140 miles per hour. Look at how it threads the needle between the U.S. And Bermuda and some of the other islands that are out here. We're going to take this track very close to the Outer Banks of the Carolinas, which is why they have tropical storm warnings in effect for the Outer Banks there. But it's going to pass as a major hurricane and begin weakening in these cooler waters up this way. So, of course, not a direct impact to land, but still a little close to still notice something very major is going by. Here at home, we're tracking some rain chances across the coastal bend. I know that's a very sensitive word for some folks, especially after Friday. I'll break down what we're expecting as far as the radar goes coming up.
I'm your Rockport neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. As cities are preparing their budgets for the next fiscal year, neighbors have their eyes set on how much they'll be paying, and the city of Rockport is no different. More than $64 million. That's the total proposed for the city of Rockport's 2025-2026 fiscal year budget. But that budget would come with an increased price tag for residents.
This is working under the premise that we started last year, that we were going to fund long-term assets with long-term money.
A 10% increase in the property tax rate, a $24,000 increase from last year's budget. The city claiming despite the increase, the rate is still one of the lowest in the coastal bend, as well as the increase assisting in long-term projects for the city moving forward. However, the increase has some residents speaking in opposition.
Stop misrepresenting the tax increase. You can't adopt a 3.5% voter approval tax rate and add 4.5 pennies to the interest and sinking rate.
The games we play here in the city of Rockport and the lies that are told to us to cover dishonest taxation. The new tax rate, we're being told by the city finance director, quote, marginally speaking, is 1%. That's a lie.
Other residents voicing their frustration on social media, but city manager Vanessa Schauner telling the city council the increase is necessary, but that the city is working towards improvements to prevent any higher rates in the future.
I said this before and I'll say it again. The only way to offset property tax is to increase sales tax. The increase in sales tax is what's going to offset any of our property tax.
Chris Six did have questions for Schauner regarding the proposed budget and the tax rate. I contacted the city manager's office for an interview, but have not yet heard back. Discussions on the city's budget are expected to continue at the next council meeting on Tuesday, August 28th. Chris Six will update neighbors as work on the budget continues. Reporting in Rockport, I'm Adam Beam for Chris Six News.
Okay, Adam, thank you. And the Islander Pavilion at McCon Park will be temporarily closed for lighting improvements. And it's going to be closed today through Wednesday, but will stay open from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the public. You just can't use it between 6 in the morning and 3 p.m. Crews are replacing the existing lighting to energy efficiency LED lighting.
Getting the grade. I'm Melissa Trevino with a look at progress from Alice ISD and why this rating means so much to them.
You're watching Chris Six, part of the Scripps News Group.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Alice. The TEA handed down a B rating for the school district. District officials tell me it took a long time to get here, and their work isn't done yet.
I am so happy to see that our district is moving forward and that we have the rating and we're just going to build on it to get that A.
Alice High School Principal Marisa Kubala says students and teachers have been working towards this goal for a long time.
Finally, our ratings indicate what we've always known, that our teachers are amazing, that our students are hard workers, that they're intelligent, and it's all come together.
The 1992 graduate tells me the newly released rating is something she's most most proud of.
I've seen the ups and downs, and we've been at a D rating for Alice High School for a couple of years. Our goal collectively was to work together to make sure that everybody knew that our kids and our teachers and everybody working together were working at a high level at all times.
The principal tells me litigation between other school districts and TEA kept Alice ISD from receiving official ratings for the last couple of years. But now, past and current ratings were released. Superintendent Dr. Anissa Trevino welcomes the news.
The momentum was definitely something that was going through my mind. We moved from a D to a C to now a B, and so that's what was going through my mind of the possibilities and what's next.
Trevino says the ratings tell students they are getting a good education.
But good is the enemy of great, and so we are not going to be satisfied with that B. And so it is telling students we're where we want to be, but we want to even be better. So let's strive for excellence.
School officials say they attribute the newest rating to organization and working together.
We tracked our students and we made sure that everybody who needed help got that help, and anybody who needed to move up a level higher and get those meets and masters, that took place as well.
School officials say it's all about making sure students at Alice ISD get the right education for their future success. In Alice, I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter, Chris 6 News.
And the Texas Education Agency has accountability ratings for all of our school districts. If you want to see where your students land, where your student's school lands, just head over to christv.com.
All right, we're looking at a pretty easy ride along SPID this afternoon. Not a whole lot going on. In fact, not even that many busy bees up in Adams. So, hey, a smooth ride around 4 p.m. We'll take it, but there are some trouble spots. You see them here in the bright colors. So getting onto the crosstown from 37 going to be a little slow. Another slow spot is that intersection of SPID and the crosstown. This is on the SPID side of things, approaching that interchange. Those eastbound lanes, the one heading out toward the island, those are going to be a bit congested. There was also an accident on FM 43 between Petronila and London, something to keep in mind if you're going to be traveling out that way. And SPID behaving pretty well this afternoon. So how's the forecast looking? I've got the answer coming up. All right, we have a lot of heat coming our way this week. As we told you last week, we're over the hump of that summer stretch, the hottest stretch of summer. Now behind us, that ended Friday, but the hot temperatures aren't easing up that quickly. We see that right now with temperatures across your neighborhood. We're in the triple digits for inland neighborhoods. George West 103, 102 in Freer, 96 in Beeville. We're starting to dial back a little bit, and along the coast where we're hanging out in those lower 90s, don't be fooled, still feeling like the triple digits across the board. So the heat continues, not much changes in that regard, but there are going to be some small changes in our weather pattern that could maybe offer the opportunity for rainfall. Again, especially thinking back to Friday where there wasn't as much rain that was in the forecast because our tropical friend was not as generous. I'm going to tell you that there is some rain in the forecast this week. It is not a huge, monumental, significant amount of rain. I don't want you to get your hopes up like some people did last week. There's just an opportunity for it, and either way, we could see a chance shower every day this week, and it still wouldn't solve our drought issues, but it is a good sign to have these rain chances in the mix because guess what's coming up next? September. It's typically our wettest month of the year. We tend to start moving into a slightly different weather pattern. We even start using words like cold front in the next couple of weeks. So there are some silver linings on the way. I just want to get that up front and personal. We're not going to see a lot of rain this week, but we could see some. All right, over the next couple of hours, disclaimer aside, temperatures are going to slowly go their way back down to those lower 80s. Winds will be starting to lighten up as we head toward that midnight hour, but it's still going to be generally coming from that humid southeast wind direction. Into the overnight, we could see some patchy fog as we did early this morning as temperatures slowly cool to the middle 70s. That at least is an improvement, slightly cooler, right? But with those calm winds, all of that humidity sitting in the air gets to settle. And when there's no wind to shake things up, we literally start to see some of that condense into fog as the temperature drops right before sunrise. So once we get into the afternoon, once again, we'll be talking about heat risk. It gets pretty hot during the afternoon in summer in South Texas. So we expect that again. However, I think tomorrow we could see some relief coming into the middle of the afternoon time frame, and that comes in a batch of showers that should be coming from the north and riding along the coast. It's still going to be very hot regardless. So please don't discount the heat just because we're expecting a little bit of rain in the mix. We're still going to see moderate to major heat risk. That's a 2 and 3 out of 4, noted here by the orange and red as we head through this week. So we're challenging those hot feels like temperatures and keeping our fingers crossed for a chance of rain. The most likely time frame for tomorrow is going to be, of course, during that peak heating time frame as we go through about 2 to 5 p.m. If some of those showers tend to linger very far northern and inland neighborhoods, those closest to, say, San Antonio and the Victoria Crossroads, across that I-10 corridor, could see a better chance of some rain lingering around dinner time. I wouldn't bet on it too much. Here's one model's thought on how that could play out. Tomorrow morning, seeing just a few clouds and some patchy fog, but during the afternoon, some showers would try to come down from the Victoria Crossroads, say, into the middle of the afternoon. And our model just does not want to pick that up, but that's good because it was kind of overdoing it. Again, don't expect a lot of rain, but tomorrow will be our next best chance until, say, about Thursday. We're watching to see if any kind of help from the overall weather pattern could squeeze out some of the humidity we've been seeing across the board. Your 7-day forecast is ahead.
I'm John Matarese. Americans love their beer, but it's been getting a bit more expensive lately. I'll show you which beers may be the best value and how you can save money on your next pint.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Americans love beer, but you may have noticed it's costing a lot more. Scripps News consumer reporter John Matarese found ways to enjoy your favorite beer without going broke.
Americans love their beer, but you may have noticed it's getting a bit more expensive to crack open a cold one. So we found some ways where you can still enjoy your favorite lager or ale and save money on your next pint.
So this is our brew house. So this is where we actually make beer.
Brian Jackson is the founder of Esoteric Brewing, one of thousands of craft breweries struggling with rising costs.
It started probably in 2022, I believe, is when the inflation period really started to rise, and nothing's really kind of backed off.
He says everything from his electric and water rates to ingredients are up sharply. How can you keep your beer budget in check? He says think light.
I would say a light lager. We tend to find that that's the easiest and cheaper beer that we can make.
Among regular strength beers, he says ales are cheaper. Lagers cost more because they take longer to make. And IPAs cost the most because they require more hops.
They want more flavor or more hops, in their beer, then, we got to push that envelope, but then that increases the cost.
Bart Watson of the Brewers Association says increased tariffs on aluminum are also hitting breweries hard. And it's a matter of time before you're seeing increased prices on store shelves.
Some brewers may choose just to eat the increase in cost and see their margins get reduced. But I think we will see it show up in consumer pricing.
Watson says prices are rising for imported raw materials, too.
New Zealand hops, German hops, or German malt for brewers that are making specialty products.
He also believes it's about what consumers will pay for.
Now's the time where you get to vote with your wallet. That's going to drive brewer choices.
So if your favorite brewer has to raise prices a bit, cut them some slack.
We do have to figure out a way to cover some of those costs so that we can be a sustainable business.
And raise a glass so you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
Look outside our neighborhoods in Corpus Christi. When we come back, we'll tell you and introduce you to the pet of the day and how you can adopt.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. What would you do with $600 million? Well, that's how much you could claim if you pick all the winning numbers for Monday's Powerball drawing. The jackpot has climbed to $605 million. If someone wins, they will pick from a one-time cash payout of $273 million or the full amount over 30 years. And the prize pool is the highest Powerball jackpot of the year. So good luck if you're getting a ticket. And Chris 6 News has teamed up with the Gulf Coast Humane Society for the Clear the Shelters initiative. And all this week we have featured and we will feature pets that you can bring home. And today's furry friend is Augie. Augie is a 2-year-old male shepherd mix who loves making new friends, going for walks, playing with toys, and of course, cuddling. His adoption fee is waived. So if you want to give Augie a forever home, head on over to Gulf Coast Humane Society. That's at 3118 Cabanas Parkway. It's cute pups, but right now, too hot to walk them, obviously. So you have to do in the we have to do it in the morning or really, really late in the evening.
Exactly. You got to get up a little early. Early bird gets the worm.
Yes.
The early pup gets the longer walk, right?
Yes.
We're also going to have a little added incentive to get up earlier in that every day this week we're looking at a slim chance of a few afternoon showers. Take a look, our neighbors in Rockport and Kingsville. We are still going to feel the heat. Rain chances aside, I know that can be a very iffy word for us here, but we are going to see that daily possibility, and the heat is just a constant. That's the guarantee, right? For our neighbors in Corpus Christi, here's what you can expect. I think tomorrow and Thursday will be our best chances for rain, but don't expect a whole lot.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you here at 6 o'clock.
See you then.